Ooh.
Glad that wasn't. All right, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on, everybody? This is Twin Flames Unite, and we are at it again. And if you don't know by now, I'm Chris.
And I'm Leisha.
What up? What's going on, family? It is Monday. All right,
Moon Day.
Moon Day. All right, and today, we're going to be jumping into a topic for one that was a question that was posed to us a little while back, but we decided to go ahead and make a video about this one. What's going on, Mex and Charlotte? What's going on, family?
What's up, fam? This is our big fam in the house.
Mm-hmm.
How y'all doing on this Moon Day?
Oh, right. Hopefully y'all are doing well, and hopefully by the end of this video, you're going to be doing even better than before. Okay?
Right.
Because we're talking about tapping into your intuition. And for those of you all who are on your twin flame journey, you know how crucial it is to follow your intuition.
Yeah.
Okay? There have been some times when we have heard the calling, but we decided to
not listen. Just not even pay it no mind.
Or just do the complete opposite.
Or do the complete opposite. Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Well, today we're going to provide you with a little bit of science that backs up how real intuition is, and then also give you some information on how you can connect with your you can connect with your twin flame, but also connect with your intuition a little bit stronger.
And in turn, that would help you with the connection also.
Yep. Yep. All right. Oh, she said I'm doing great.
Nice. You guys are doing great. We are happy to hear that. Now, for those of you who are just joining us, welcome. If you guys are new to the channel, we definitely invite you to subscribe, hit that like button, and don't forget to turn on the notifications. Hopefully you'll get notified. Sometimes you do, it's a hit or miss. But hit it anyways, right? So don't forget to give a thumbs up as you come in the room. And if you guys want to say where you're from while you're coming in, go ahead and just let us know where you're chiming in from.
Right.
If you're in Africa, England, New York, or wherever it is. Germany.
Australia.
Wherever it is. Put it in the chat. We welcome you.
Yes. All right. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and jump into it. Okay? Did y'all catch that? That we're going to jump into it. The intuition.
Oh my gosh. I just can't.
Never mind. Y'all don't get it. All right, but anyway, it's just a play on words, y'all. But today, once again, we're going to be talking about tapping into your intuition. All right? Because this intuition is something that's very, very key, and we all need to be tapping into it.
That's right.
All right? Now, first and foremost, you know, we would be remiss if we didn't give you all the etymology behind intuition.
That's right, which is inside, direct, or immediate cognition, spiritual perception. So this is a whole different type of perception, okay? It's really from the inside, right? Looking at consideration, to look at and to consider, or to look at or to watch over, right? But really, it's coming from internal. An internal perspective, a higher perspective.
Yes. So you can see right here in the definition that it makes reference to something that's going on physically, which we're talking about the immediate cognition. And then we're also talking about the spiritual perception. Okay? So when it comes to your intuition, not only is it something that is spiritual, it is something that's physical as well.
We're going to get into that.
All right. Hold on. I got this cord in the way down here and it's bothering me. All right, there we go. All right, so we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna get back into it. Once again, it's just a play on words. All right, and so, oh gosh, that went big.
They went really big.
Okay, let's go back. All right, now, as I said before, when it comes to intuition, these things are not only just spiritual, but they're physical as well. And there's actually some studies that actually have been what's the word I'm looking for? Implemented
Mm-hmm.
to actually show the link between intuition and the physical sensations that go on in the body.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just going to touch on this one simple study. This was one that was done on some participants as far as playing a card game. Now, the premise of this study was that some of the participants were given let me read from the thing, okay? In a study, participants played a card game which, unknown to the participants, was rigged from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Participants had to choose from one of two decks. One was rigged to provide big wins and then big losses, and then the other small gains but hardly any loss. Okay? But now, see, the funny thing that happened during this study was that partway into picking the cards, okay, once again, hold on, let me see these deck of cards right here.
Mm-hmm. We're just going to use some examples.
So we're just going to use some examples, okay? So the participants had two decks to choose from. One deck was going to give them big wins, and the other one was going to give them big losses. Okay? Somewhere during the test, what happened was the glands in their body started to sweat whenever they would pick like the bad deck. These are all good decks, so just remember, when it comes to our decks, they're the best.
Right.
But just give you an example. So whenever they were about to choose the bad deck, their palms would start to sweat. Okay? Versus when they picked the ones that would bring them big wins, like the palms were just fine. Okay? So this is a way of your intuition actually telling you which way to go.
Right. So like they didn't tell them.
No, they didn't.
Right. But intuitively, it's like they knew. A few cards in, they started to, figure something out. And so naturally, you just know things.
Yes.
Right. That's the intuition. And it's always, it's like the gut. And they say the gut is actually the first brain.
Yes, it is. And we're actually going to get into that. But yeah. So just to give you just a little bit of sampling of this, once again, there are so many studies that have actually been done centered around intuition. And it has been scientifically proven that your intuition is something that is real.
Very
now,
real.
With that being said, how do you tap into your intuition? Okay? And that's what we're going to get into this evening. How we doing in the comments and everything? I know you're watching that, babe.
Yeah, I got it. Scentbird Lover is here. Welcome, Scentbird Lover. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, because we got so many things going on right now. I can't look at the chat, so my baby's got the chats on the iPad.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep up. Got a lot on the screen. All
right. But we're going to keep this short and sweet for you all. Just once again, because the intuition is something that can really, this is something that we've mentioned many times before, of how your intuition is like your GPS. It's pretty much going to let you know which way you need to go. And based off of a download that my baby got a few days ago, we also understand that the intuition that we are receiving is just our future selves giving us information back. Yeah, because when you really think about it, it really is, right? I think we gave an example in a couple videos back. And we have Celestial Matt joining us. Welcome. Thank you. This is the first time that you're catching our live. Oh, wow.
Happy to have you. Really happy to have you. But yeah, so when you think about our intuition on a broader scale, I mean, it just kind of came to me the other day. Oh, Celestial Matt, thank you so much.
For that super
we
chat.
do appreciate that, your generosity. Bless your heart. So yeah, so when you think of your intuition, right? Think of a time in your past, right? See, now we're all knowledgeable. We know a lot of stuff, we namasteing up in this piece. So, we already meditated. We know how to do a lot of stuff, right? But think back, I want to say maybe, let's say 6, 7, even 8 years ago, right? When you might have made a decision that you might not be so excited about right now in this present moment, right?
Yeah.
And before you made that decision, you probably had a strong thought form telling you don't go that direction or go this direction. But you probably did not listen, right? That is a form of your higher self trying to communicate with you. Because now in the present moment, right, we know I should not have made that decision. Because I know because I made that decision, blase, 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 right? Or X, Y, and Z. So now your present self is actually in a higher position, in a higher awareness to see all aspects of what took place in the past, which your present self wasn't really able to see. Right? So when you think of going into meditation and traveling those timelines, because everything is happening at the same time, it's like a line. Past, present, and future is all happening at the same time on one line. So when you go into meditation and you do that type of like shadow work and that healing, you're going back to the past to heal those situations or those traumas that took place. So ultimately, that's the higher version of yourself revisiting, right? Or so right now, in the present moment, right? 2-3 years from now, that's a higher version of ourselves that has already experienced this. So we can always tap into our higher self. Always. Right? So that's just kind of how that kind of came in. I was actually sitting right here.
Yes. So, with that being said, your intuition is very, very important.
Very important.
And it can really help direct you in relationships, in finances, and just your personal goals. Okay? We did a webinar last week about really discovering your passion. Okay? Discovering your purpose in this world. And one of the really surefire ways to naturally allow that purpose in your life to unfold is tapping into your intuition. Okay? Your intuition can be a very vital, integral part of your journey.
Oh, Dylan, welcome. Stephen, welcome. Thank you guys for being here. Dylan has a good question before we move on to the other slide. And we're going to get through the slide, guys. But kind of want to answer this question. Dylan said, did you guys ever go through a phase of extreme highs and extreme lows? Wondering if I'm with the false twin. See, now, extreme highs and extreme lows, that could be a number of things. Usually when we experience an extreme lows, that's when we're not following our intuition.
Right.
Most of the time, right? But there is always a lesson to be learned in everything that we do. In every experience that we have, there is always a lesson. There is always a gift to be received, but we just have to be open to receive it. So you could be in a twin flame relationship and you can have a lot of ups and downs, depending on how much integration you've done, depending on how much shadow work that you have really done. Because with the twin flame dynamic, they come, like this young lady told us, that the twin flame came into her life and turned everything upside down. That's their job. That's their job. That's what they do, and they do it very well. Okay? It's literally a mirror. It's like you having a bad hair day, or you might have some boogers in your nose, and you might not know it. You know, you might have some type of food up here. Face just looking a mess, right? But you don't know. You're unaware of this. Not until you go and you look in the mirror, and then you're like, holy smokes, I've been walking around all day with this thing hanging off my mouth, and then I got this booger in my nose. Oh, hell no. So this is what the twin flame does. It's literally a mirror to show you your shit. And
in addition to that, your experience is only a confirmation of one of the 7 Hermetic principles, which is the law of cycles. Okay? Because for every season, you have your ups and your downs.
That's right.
Okay? So that is evidence that the law of rhythm is one that is very apparent that nobody can get away from.
Right. I'm pretty sure winter is probably like, man, what the hell? You know, springtime come, everything is looking nice. The plants
Mhm.
are showing out for the 99 and the 2000s.
Yep.
Summertime is here. They might get a little scorch now and then, but you know, they still shining.
Yep.
Then fall hit the corner. And then the plants is like, oh my God, Matt, I'm turning orange. What the hell's happening?
Yeah.
Winter time come, all the leaves are shedding, right? So that's
Mhm.
the ups and the downs too.
Yeah.
Time for everything under the sun.
It's just a universal law.
Yeah.
And it just shows that you're not above it, we're not above it,
Right.
anything of that nature. But the lesson that can come out of this is for you to notice the patterns.
Right.
Okay? Because if you know that you're having ups and downs and you're continuously having ups and downs,
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure that there are indications of when you're about to hit a high point
Right.
and where you're about to hit a low point.
Exactly.
And it would behoove you. It would behoove you to prepare yourself when you know you're about to hit that low point. Okay,
Yep.
I need to get in this space so I can make
Right.
sure to make it through so we can get back to this high point.
Fall is coming. Let's prepare. Okay, so you start saving your seeds and stuff like that because you know that plant is not going to make it for winter.
Mhm.
So let me go on now and just harvest this, do some tinctures, right? Whatever that means in your life. And how do you find out your cycles? Usually 7 years.
Mhm.
Every 7 years, we change on a physical level.
Right.
Physically, we evolve every 7 years. I'm talking about this physical avatar.
Mm-hmm.
So you could do, for some people, it might be 3, but just check yourself out and go back at least 7 years and see, you know, what times am I doing good or what times am I usually struggling, and then, you know, track it. Keep track of it. Maybe 4 months I'm doing good, 2 months I take a dip, another 4 months. I guarantee you're gonna find a pattern.
Mm-hmm.
And once you find that pattern, then if you wish to evolve that, you sure can. Just prepare for it. Some things, you know, like winter comes.
Mm-hmm.
So we just have to prepare for some things. With some things, we can evolve.
Yeah. Like for us, we recognize that the summertime is our abundance time.
Right.
And so and that's just our cycle. You know, and for most melanated communities, they really sit back and look at it. They will recognize that the summertime is their most abundant time in their lives.
That sun really come in and does some stuff.
So that's one thing to think about. So just know that the natural laws are just really working in your life. And it's just one of the sayings, once again, I just love how Abraham Hicks puts this, is that it's your responsibility to get out ahead of it. So if you know that these ups and downs are coming around, it would behoove you to get out ahead of it.
Right, exactly. Just prepare yourself. You know, if it's raining outside and you walk outside without an umbrella, you're gonna get wet.
Yep.
Mess up your nice outfit. But if you prepare and you show that rain, I got an umbrella or I got a raincoat, you can come all you want to. I'm prepared. Right.
But all of this would not be possible.
He said, thank you. I said, you're welcome.
But all of this would not be possible if we don't tune into our intuition. So how can you tune into your intuition? Well, first things first is that you need to be quiet.
Just like you frying fish.
Okay? Your intuition cannot talk to you if you're not listening. When you start to take notice, good things will happen. So if you take a moment out to just step away and just be silent for a moment, this doesn't require you to meditate or anything of that nature. You just sit in silence. Don't do anything. And just see what happens, what thoughts come up.
Magic happens. I'm going to tell you that. And I'm going to give you a little experience. The other day, we were having this beautiful discussion. You know, it's a very taboo topic. As far as, you know, back in Africa, you know, back in them times when they had that whole class and caste system going, you know, before they had that whole slave trade thing, they were the Africans that actually sold different tribes into slavery, right? And that's a part of history that's not readily available. You got to really search and dig and dive for that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so we just brought the topic up just to have a really good conversation, just to bring it into the awareness, because a lot of people don't know this, right? And so this one young lady, I guess she got a little emotional and she went on a tangent and she was like, oh, this supremacy, and she, you know, went on a whole rant. And I heard what she was saying, and I agree with everything that she was saying, but I didn't know how to respond. So what I didn't respond right away. I sat down, you know, and I just kind of even forgot about it. And then I just, all of a sudden, I just felt the answers coming in, and I allowed it.
Mm-hmm.
And so the answer came back, and I responded to her, and she told me she agreed with everything that I said. Because in light of what she said, it was all true, but it was not relevant to the topic that we were discussing.
There you go.
So I had to respond, and I had to say, you know what, everything that you're saying is spot on. So I had to use these words, spot on, and you're so correct, right?
Mm-hmm.
However, in light of the conversation, I had to bring back the purpose of the conversation.
Bring it back.
Right? That's what my intuition was telling me. Bring her back to the purpose of the conversation. So I had to rewind. So the purpose of the conversation was not to negate these things that you're saying, which is true, but it is to shed light on a part of history that's lost, that a lot of people don't know about.
Yes.
And she was like, you know what? You're right, and I agree. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Heart. Right? So, and that was me listening to my intuition.
Yep.
See, I could have just jumped and just started a whole battle.
Reacted.
Like, you know, a whole Facebook battle. But I had to sit back and I let my intuition handle it. The perfect answer came.
Mm-hmm.
When I went in silence.
There you go.
So, yeah.
Let the intuition speak to you.
Let it speak to you.
Sometimes you just got to shut up. I'm just saying. Sometimes you just got to shut up.
You do. You just got to be quiet. You do, for real.
All right. But let's get into the second one. We actually, if I'm not mistaken, we got 9 tips that we're going to be dropping for you all this evening. And so the next one is to trust your gut feeling. Okay? Now, this is where we talked about how there's actually science behind this, okay? Because research actually suggests that the emotions and intuition have a physical presence in your gut.
This is a fact.
Okay? This is a straight up fact. It's facts, no copy.
Email.
Mm-hmm. Because your gut is lined with a network of neurons that are often referred to as your second brain.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? It's also known as the ENS.
Mm-hmm.
Got some notes here for you, which actually contain over 100 million neurons.
That's a lot.
Okay? Which is more than like your spinal cord.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And so this is why, once again, when you feel something in your stomach that's just not right, or when you got to make a tough decision, that's why you feel that feeling in your gut.
Right in the gut. Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Right in the gut.
So just know, trust that gut intuition.
It's not lying to you.
Because when you walk into a room and you get that uneasy feeling, listen to it. Get the hell out that room.
Listen, pay attention. They call it what? Butterflies in the stomach? Listen to it.
Yeah. And now you know there are different butterflies, because you know you get those butterflies when you first meet them.
The happy feeling.
Yeah. But you know the difference.
You know it.
Okay? Stop second guess. You know what? That's actually not one of the pointers in here, but it's actually a little bonus. I'm just going to slide it right into you.
Get in there.
Don't second guess what you are feeling.
Nope. No second guessing.
Because whatever that first feeling is, whatever that first thought is,
go with it.
That's what you go with.
And it gets stronger. And the more you listen to it, I can't stress this enough, the stronger it gets. Like today, I was supposed to receive something from someone, right? And they usually send it in a certain format. So I'm sitting at the desk, and I'm just feeling like they're about to send it in the wrong format again. So I get on the phone. I'm like, hey, I'm just reminding you, don't send it the way that you usually do. And the person was like, well, by golly, I was just about to send it that way. I'm like, see, no, that is not the way that you're supposed to send it. And it was just that gut feeling, and I listened to it. Otherwise, they would have probably sent it the wrong way, and then it would have been messed up.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just really, really important to pay attention to those feelings that you get that you really can't explain.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So trust that intuition.
Trust it. Trust it.
Okay. Now the next thing is to feel. Okay. Now you'll know your intuition is there because you're able to feel it.
Yes, you can.
If you let yourself.
You just have to allow it.
Okay. You have to let yourself. Okay. Because you feel it in your body, and it will, it'll give you goosebumps. You feel like these shivers down your spine, and your heart starts to quicken, and you start to lose your breath. You get the heart palpitations and things of that nature. Okay? There's a reason why you are feeling these sensations. This is not something for you to shrug off. It is not something for you to take an anxiety pill about. It is not for you to take any type of medication about. It is your body trying to communicate to you.
Right. And when you take those type of like pills and things of that nature, it deadens. It's like it weakens those type of senses, those type of communication. It gets weaker. So just be mindful, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much, so just let those things go.
Let it go.
And actually, in addition to that, moving into the next point, which is be ready to let bad feelings go.
Slide right in. That was a segue. Beautiful segue.
Yes. Because negative emotions will cloud your intuition.
Very quickly.
This is why when you are angry or depressed or anything of that nature, that's when things really go sideways.
And you can make bad decisions very, very quickly and easily.
Yeah, because if you ever notice when you're in a bad mood and you make a decision, how things just go left.
I'm telling you.
But when you're in a good mood and you just flowing, things just come to you.
It just happened to just work out. And things you can't even explain how it worked out. It just did.
Yeah. So when it comes to your intuition, one of the things to keep in mind are your emotions.
Right. The energies that are in motion.
Because sometimes you'll get an intuitive pulse to punch somebody. Okay. But that intuitive pulse came because you were in an angry mode.
Right.
Okay. So you have to be aware of where you are emotionally so that you can act on your intuition correctly.
Exactly. Right?
Keep that in mind.
Put yourself in a more to respond versus react. And that response would help your intuition not be so clouded. The reactions kind of clouds the judgment just a little bit.
And as you all can see, we just put the information across the screen. Excuse me. So, if you would like a card reading, you can send the donations via Cashapp as usual. And if you are a Royal Twin Flame, then you can drop your Chris and Leisha emoji so that you can get a card reading as well.
Yeah.
And just a quick little break in between this, we forgot to even mention this, which is that we have added some new tiers to our membership.
Yes.
So if you click out of the bio, not out of the bio. I'm so used to posting stuff. Like, click the link in the bio.
Oh man, that program is strong today.
But if you go into the description and you scroll through the description, there's a link to join the membership. And so there are different tiers now, which are going to give you access to a certain amount of things. One level is going to give you shout outs. The other one's going to give you access to the live chats, because we are going to start back doing lives that are just for the members only, which means that only members can chat.
Right. And so we did a tweak because we realized it was a little bit of confusion. When we first started off with our Royal Twin Flames, but YouTube, it was awesome. It was popping and everything. We still have the meetups twice a month. But we also have a royal twin flames on our website.
So
some people were confused and they didn't really understand the difference. So what we
Right.
did was we tweaked the name just a little bit.
Yep.
So for if you look in the section where you can see the different tiers, I think if you exit out of the chat and you hit join, you'll be able to see the different tiers that we have.
Yep.
It's now, what is it? Royal Starseed.
Yes, Royal Starseed. We have they're the supporters. Then there's the Twin Flame supporter, and then there's the Royal Starseed.
So we changed it to the Royal Starseed, so it's not confusing when you become a Royal Twin Flame on the website. Just to put some clarity there.
Just a little bit of separation.
Yeah, just a tiny bit.
We live in a dualistic world, so we had to create a little bit of separation.
Right, just so we can have some clarity.
Right.
So that you guys can see, what's the difference, because everybody kept asking, so what's the difference between a Royal Twin Flame on YouTube and a Royal Twin Flame on the website? So we cleared all of that up. And if you look, again, if you exit out of the chat and you hit that join, where you see join, it'll show you the different tiers, and each of them, they tell you, what that comes with, each of them. If you just want to support the channel, then they have the first tier, and that's a supporter.
$2.99.
Yeah, and then if you want to do the other one, what is that? A Twin Flame supporter.
Yeah.
Then you can do that one, and then if you want to do the Royal Starseed, then that's fine. Then that's the one that gives you the card readings whenever we go live.
Yep.
So yeah.
All right.
Just wanted to clear that up. I hope that helped a little bit.
Yes. So we want to make it as seamless as possible. All right. But getting back into it, all right, as far as connecting with your intuition, because once again, your intuition is something that is a great guidance for you, okay? And once again, it is your higher self from the future telling you what to do in the present moment to give you the best outcomes.
Right, because that's where the higher perspective really lays, right?
All right. So getting back into it, one of the things that will definitely help out in your sharpening your intuitive skills is choosing your circle of friends wisely.
Yes, choose them wisely. Let me come up here, and we even took a little bit of notes for this one, because guys, this is really important, okay? People who drain you will add to the noise and make it more difficult to hear what your intuition wants you to hear. Okay? Now, chances are that you already know how they are. So, it's no surprise, right? You already know, okay? If not, be still for a moment. Your intuition will be trying to tell you. Keep people who enrich you and empower you, and walk away from those who drain you. This is very important for your intuition, okay? Now, understandably, you can't always walk away from the troublesome ones, okay? And if that's the case, empower yourself by making it your decision to stay. This is important. This piece is important because we can't run away from everybody. So
no, you can't.
Some people, they're just there and that's it, right? Okay, so empower yourself by making it your decision to stay. And the reason why, okay, rather than not theirs, because they've taken the choice. So you don't want them give the choice to them. That's like giving your power away, okay? The difference is subtle in language, but big in impact, okay? One lets the power stay with you, and the other one gives it away. And that way you keep being drained. They're like a succubus. So you make up your mind to stay. So you willingly give forth your energy so that at least that way you're still in control.
Right.
Because these type of individuals, the vampiric type of individuals, they will drain your energy and cloud your intuition very easily, very quickly.
Yes.
And you won't even notice it until it's probably too late. So you want to be aware of these type of energies that's around you, okay? And be conscious, make a conscious choice to be around the ones you can't necessarily get rid of. Because it's, some people are just there for the lesson, right?
Yep.
And until we gather the lesson and until that contract is done with, they'll be there. They'll be there.
Yep.
They don't go anywhere.
They don't go anywhere.
Okay.
All right. Now, this next one is one that really helped me out in the beginning of my awakening stage, okay? And that is paying attention to your surroundings. Okay? The more information you're able to gather from the environment, the more intuitive and subconscious parts of your brain can actually help you out. Okay? And case in point, now I used to watch a show called Psych. I don't know if some of y'all know about the TV show Psych. I can't remember which network it used to come on, but one of the things, the premise about the show is that everybody thought that the guy was psychic, but he wasn't psychic. It's just that he was very attentive to everything that was going on in the room. Okay, he paid attention to every detail, how many people were in the room, what were they doing, were they smiling, were they frowning, were they holding their leg or something like that. When you actually take time to pay attention to your surroundings, you can know who you need to sit with, who you need to stay away from, who you need to talk to, who you don't need to talk to. Okay? And this is something I did
not even knowing it.
Not even knowing it, because I just thought it was cool from the TV show how he was able to just gather everything within a split moment. Like his father trained him on how to do this. Like he would sit him down in the room, and then he would blindfold him, and then he would have to tell him how many people are in the room and what color shirts they were wearing and things of that nature. Now, everybody's not up for that task, okay? Because you may not be a detailed-oriented person. Don't worry about it. You probably got other gifts like being clairvoyant and things of that nature. So, but if you can just take a little bit of time to pay attention to your surroundings, pay attention to your environment, and you will see how your intuition is going to speak to you.
I have to say that this is true, because before I met my baby, this is one of the, I would say, two things that he has helped me with. Okay, number one is patience. Listen, my patience was just not, it was non-existent. I told him, he took all of my patience. Like, it wasn't fair. How do you take all of my patience and not leave me with any, right? But none, no patience. And now my patience has gotten a lot better. Sometimes he's even surprised. The other thing that has gotten better for me is that one thing, is paying attention to my surroundings. Because before, I was just so trusting and just willy-nilly. Like, I didn't pay attention to anything. I didn't notice anything. It's like I was really, the sun rose and set for me.
Yeah.
Nothing mattered around me. And it's not always wise to operate in the matrix like that, right? And it does help your intuition when you can pay attention to your surroundings and pay attention to what's happening. Not be paranoid, but just really be attentive to what's happening around you. And that has helped me tremendously with my intuition.
Yes.
Simply by paying attention to my surroundings. My baby got me like on his level almost sometimes. Who moved that chair? It was right here.
Man,
what happened to that pen? It was right over there, right?
Yeah, because if there's anything that is my superpower, it is a photographic memory.
Right, yes, that is.
Okay? I may not remember what was said in the conversation.
That's me. That's me.
I may not remember it, but I can tell you what you wore that day. Okay? But that's my superpower.
Yeah.
Okay? But let's get back into it, okay? Because we're talking about strengthening your intuition. But what's going on in the comments and stuff?
Oh, we got in the comments. We got a few questions up here. We're going to jump into these questions because we're almost done with the slide, right?
Okay. Oh, yeah. We're right pretty close to the end.
We're going to jump into these questions. And if you guys have any questions as we go through, just drop it in the chat. Once we're done with the slide, we'll run through the questions, okay?
All right. Now, the next one is connecting with others, okay? Now, here's the thing that happens when you connect with others. Now, you know what? A lot of you are probably already familiar with this. And the reason why I say that you're familiar with this, because so many of us identify... Wow.
It's a long evening. Very long evening.
A lot of us identify as being empaths, okay? Now, that empathic connection is not only just tied to your surroundings and things that are going on as far as your decisions and things of that nature, but this is your opportunity to connect with another human being on a whole nother level. Okay? Because there's been so many times, just like this guy here. Hold on, let me just put this back up here. There have been times that you have walked around and you've looked at people and you like, they need a hug. They need a hug. Okay? That is your intuition telling you on a really higher level of really connecting with somebody else.
Yeah.
Okay? This is an ability that we all have, and a lot of times we have this feeling. And this could also be the reason why, because, you know, when you're empathic, other people pick up on it. And intuitively, they know that you are a safe place for them to dump their dirt. Okay? Because we've had it so many times when people just walk up to us, don't even know us.
Complete strangers.
Tell us all their troubles.
Everything.
Like everything that's going on, how the husband stuffing the maid. Or how the wife stepped out on the milkman. You know.
I mean, just everything. And it just, I guess it makes them feel comfortable and at home.
Yes.
To just be able to release because of your energy field.
Yeah.
It's like an automation. It just allows them to do it.
Yes.
So you have to be mindful and guard your energy, right?
True.
And also know how to transmute this energy, because oftentimes with empaths, especially those who are not aware that they're empathetic, they have no idea what it means to be highly sensitive. All they know is that, you know, they were feeling fine a minute ago and now they feel like crap. And they have no idea why they feel like crap. This is not your energy.
Right. Yeah. So it's a slight distinction that needs to happen. Now, this is a lot easier if you know who you are.
Yes.
Okay? Because when you know who you are, you know that certain feelings and thoughts, you're like, hold up, why would I would never think that. I would never want to do that. Why the hell? Oh, that's somebody else.
Right.
Okay? So this is one way to really sharpening your intuitive skills is by connecting with others, because then you can pick up on their feelings and be a safe place for somebody else.
A support system, but just remember to transmute
that energy.
That energy, you know, once they come, because you'll notice if you've ever engaged with someone, they came to you and they're feeling really crappy, they don't feel good, and at the end of the conversation they're like this, oh, I feel so much better. And you're the one over there like, man, I'm heavy.
Like, oh my
like, who I need a nap, right?
Let me go to sleep.
Let me go take a nap. Let me go drink some coffee. And this is because you allow them some release. This is something that they can do for themselves, mind you, right? Yeah. But sometimes it's so much that if depending on how far someone spirals down, because however far you spiral down, it's going to take that much energy and some more to even get back to break even.
Yep.
So sometimes people just need that little help. And so if you're willing and able and you know what you're doing and you don't mind, you know, helping someone, you know, spiral back up, you just have to know that now I have to go and release this energy that I've unburdened from someone. Okay?
Yep.
Just keep that in mind as an empath.
Now, this is one that we mentioned a little bit earlier, which is just about being silent, but this is going to go a little bit deeper as far as connecting with your intuition, which is finding time to be silent and still. Now, there's an old, I don't know if it's a Buddhist term or a yogi term or something of that nature, but some type of guru said this. It's a saying that you should meditate and be silent for at least 10, 15 minutes out the day. Okay? And if you don't have time to be still for 5 to 10 to 15 minutes, then you need to spend 2 hours being silent
That mean you
and still.
Oh man.
Okay? So if you don't have time in the day to take 5 to 15 minutes to just be still and just to be quiet and practice mindfulness meditation, then you need to do it for 2 hours.
That means you got a lot of stuff going on, so you're going to need more than that amount of time.
Okay, so with that being said, you want to find solitude by turning down the clamor, shut out the noise of the world and allow yourself to tune into your intuition. Okay, because your intuition is always sending warnings, it's always sending encouragement, but often we are just too busy to notice.
Yes.
Okay, so in mindfulness meditation, you can just let your mind wander. Whatever thoughts come up, whether it's, did I turn off the stove? Did I lock the door? Did I lock the car door? Did I roll up the windows? I think it's about to rain. Like, you can have all of these thoughts that come through your mind, but you are just going to sit there and be still. Okay? Because after a while, the chatter goes away, and what's left is your intuition speaking to you. Okay?
Just have to open the window.
Oh yeah, I know it's getting a little toasty in here.
Yeah, a little toasty.
All right, but let's go ahead. We're gonna wrap this up real quick. This is the last one. Then we're gonna go into the questions. Okay. When it comes to your intuition, don't sleep on your dreams.
I like that one. Don't sleep on your dreams. Come on, baby. Yeah. We gotta get it.
Oh, it's not doing it.
Come on, man.
Never mind. Okay, but yeah, but don't sleep on your dreams. Trying to get the sound effects to go, but they ain't want to go.
Funny.
Okay, but yeah, your dreams are just like it's like the okay, your dreams are like your intuition leaving a voicemail. Okay, because throughout the day you haven't been paying attention to your intuition. But it's been leaving you messages and signs and symbols and repetitions and trauma and all of that stuff throughout the day. Okay? So what happens is during your dreams, that is the time where your intuition is going to speak to you through signs, symbols, and repetition.
Wow.
Okay? So if you are ever wondering about trying to get a question answered, okay, is this person my twin flame? Should I take this job? Should I go on this date? Should I take this vacation? You can ask yourself these questions before you go to sleep and just kind of meditate on it. Just keep those thoughts in your mind until you fall asleep. And what's going to happen is 9 times out of 10, you're going to have some type of dream that is going to give you your answer. Now, it may not come out right into you and say, hey, you need to do this, that, and the other. Sometimes it's going to show you a unicorn with some pecans and a snake. And you're like, what the fuck is this?
What the hell is a unicorn and a pecan doing in my dream?
Yeah. Right. But it is your opportunity to figure out what those interpretations mean so that you can find the answers to your questions.
Exactly.
Okay? And so these are just some tips that we wanted to give to you all so that you can really tap into your intuition, because once again, your intuition is something that is very, very vital along your spiritual journey. Okay? It is going to provide you with all of the clues and insights that you need to get the answers that you are looking for.
Exactly, guys. Now we're going to dive into these questions. We got the chat back up, so we don't need this thingy bob anymore.
Yeah, I think we made so you can scroll through.
All right, let me see how far I got to go. Okay, we're going to see what questions we got that came in.
Let me scroll back through and see if I see anything. And if you all have any questions that we just didn't see because the chat wasn't up, just please feel free to re-enter those questions and we'll jump into it.
Absolutely. And if you guys are now joining us, we want to welcome you. Thank you for being here, guys. We do appreciate your support. Just go ahead and hit that like button for us. And again, you can become a member of the channel. We do have different tiers. Now we have 3, so you can choose from. That does help to support the channel. Or if you want to go really hard, if you really want to work on self, and you really want to meet some other like-minded individuals, head over to the website and become a Royal Twin Flame. Okay?
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm laughing at this comment that Celestial Mayat said
Came in like a wrecking ball. We was just talking about that the other day.
I was just thinking about this. I came in like a wrecking
ball.
But there's this one where the cat comes in and knocks it.
Yeah, we was just talking about that.
That's funny. Okay. What is a karmic partner? You find yourself in a argumentative cycle.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. We
did that this already. Is true. It doesn't get better. It's just it's a vicious cycle.
I know the solutions. Sorry, y'all. I'm just reading through the comments real quick. Hopefully, I'm not doing it like Kajan here.
Did you guys go there? There was a time.
Yes, the meditation during those low times is definitely helpful. And actually what helped us in moving when we didn't have the funds to move.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we were at a real low point. We needed like $2,000. We needed $2,000 in 3 days.
It was actually 25.
Yeah, 2,500. We needed 2,500
in 2 days.
Dollars in 2 days.
And we did it.
And we meditated that money.
Literally meditated that funds in, okay? White light and all assistance, okay? Someone had, I think it's Celestial says here, there was a time when I was going crazy with thoughts about my twin flame, but then I realized I started to ignore my own health, and then it felt like we were drifting apart. Wow, that's pretty deep. That is pretty deep. So yeah, you never want to get so wrapped up, in something else where you neglect your own physical being, because you're going to need to be here to enjoy that thing, right?
Yes.
So you always want to remember to take care of yourself. Self-love comes first.
Yes. Now, Bethany had a question in here, and Max, I want to thank you so much for chiming in. Max and Charlotte, y'all doing the most. We appreciate y'all.
Those are our Royal Twin Flames.
Yes.
Max and Charlotte, big up to our Royal Twin Flames.
Yes, but this question that Bethany had put in, which is how do you discern between fear and intuition? Okay. The best way to discern between fear and intuition is, for one, breaking down fear, which is false evidence appearing real.
Exactly, and knowing the difference between what's the two things? I think danger. When you're in a dangerous situation, when it is real, okay, then you make the necessary moves, and your intuition will guide you.
Yes.
Fear is not the same thing as danger.
Right. And for example, if a lion is got like 2 feet away from you, and he's in that attack mode, then yeah, you're in a scary situation.
Right.
Okay, because more than likely that lion is about to eat your ass.
Right, and you are in a dangerous situation.
Yes.
So I think the thing of it is for us to start understanding danger and fear.
Yeah.
Fear is stories. It's stories that we're telling ourselves that we're unsure of. False evidence appearing real, because the brain has no idea that this story you're concocting, it cannot tell if it's physically happening or not.
Yeah. For example, if you're about to jump out of a plane, you got your parachute on.
Right.
You ain't just crazy. You ain't just jumping out of a perfectly working plane. But even if you have the parachute on, before you jump out of that plane, you got this story playing through your head like, oh man, what if the parachute doesn't open and I just hit the ground flat and things of that nature? That's fear.
There you go.
That's you telling yourself a story when it ain't even happened yet.
Right.
And one of the things that's also an indication is that your intuition is going to keep you in the present moment.
Right.
Fear is going to be in the future.
Or the past.
Yeah. Future or the past. So if you are thinking about anything other than what's in the present moment, 9 times out of 10, you're looking at fear. But if you're dealing with something that is in the present moment, 99.9% like Lysol.
That's right.
You're in the present moment and you're working off of your intuition.
All right. So
Okay.
just know those little slight distincts. Danger is not the same as fear. If you're in a dangerous situation, you know you got to do what you got to do because it's dangerous. But the fear is the stories that we're feeding ourselves. You know, the what ifs, coulda, shoulda, woulda, things like that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And I'm seeing a lot of numbers. Okay. Yeah, we see these numbers all over the place.
What's the number we've been seeing a lot? 144.
Yeah, 144 and 44 is one I'm seeing a lot.
All day, like every day, multiple times, 144. Looked at Pharaoh's channel the other day. He got 144 subscribers, which is 14.4.
You know, Celeste Meyer, you got some good questions coming through. Once again, Charlotte, thank you so much for jumping in when we weren't able to get there. But this question right here is, how do you transmute it? I have a problem with that one. And the funny thing is that I'm not seeing the comment that came before that, but just seeing that question actually triggered something for me to say.
I like it.
Which is that a lot of times when we're talking about transmuting energy, some people have the idea that they need to go and take a salt bath. They need to go and put their feet on the ground so that they can transmute the energy and things of that nature.
Light 5 candles and call in 16 ancestors.
Right. But sometimes you just need to change your perception. Okay? For example, my
your sister.
My sister had received some gifts from an individual, and somewhere down the line, she figured out that this individual was not practicing in the light, okay?
Or in balance, we should say.
They were not practicing in balance. They were doing things in a manipulative way. And, you know, one of the things that she wanted to do is that all of the things that she had ever given her, she just wanted to throw it away. She just wanted to get rid of it. Like, I don't want this in my house. It's got bad juju on it. Okay?
She wanted to bury it, throw it away, burn it. Yep.
But what I suggested to her was that you take it and you use it for your benefit. It's not something you throw away and just trash away, because for one, you're giving her power.
That's right.
Because if you do take that stuff and throw it away, then you are confirming that she is more powerful than you.
Exactly. And then that's a way of accepting. You're actually accepting this kind of unwanted gift that is being sent to you, because it's a gift of intention.
Yes. So what I suggested to her is that, you know what? You just got some awesome instruments that you can really use to transform your life.
Right.
How about you do this? You go through and you cleanse those items. You bury some of those crystals in the ground and you let the earth transmute that energy. Okay? And then you use that to your benefit.
Right.
Okay? Because there's so many things that people come at us with, whether it's words, things, situations, and they try to make it for our bad. But you know, one of our sayings that everything works together for our success, wealth, and happiness. So it doesn't matter if you cuss us or if you try to hit us, some way, somehow, it's going to work to our benefit.
It doesn't matter. It would automatically transmute itself. The energy will transmute itself. Okay.
Yeah.
And this is just, a lot of these things are about intention. Okay. Intention is very important. Okay. And your perception, because thoughts, literally, they vibrate. Now imagine a thought, right? And just imagine the thought, because nothing is at rest. Everything vibrates in this universe. Nothing is still. So is your thoughts, right? Vibrating outside your head. Right. And depending on how strong and how intense that thought is, will depend on how far and quickly it travels. Vibrating, rippling out, kind of like a stone, and you throw it in the water and it just ripples out. That is what thoughts would look like on a physical level if you could see it with your own eyes.
Right.
Okay, that's how strong intentions are through thought forms. Okay, and so all you have to do is to really just concentrate, have that concentrated thought, and you really can shift stuff. just like that.
Yes.
So that lady did his sister a huge favor. I mean, it's like a double entendre because they hadn't had a conversation in for a couple months.
Yeah.
They were able to sit down and buddy for a good hour. So not only did she learn new ways to use the crystals and whatever other gifts that she had, she didn't have to throw it away, just to change the thought form around it. That situation also allowed her to have a nice, decent conversation, bonding time with her brother. So what that lady meant for bad turned around and doubled in good for her.
Yep.
Right. So this is how you transmute things.
Yes. Yes. All right. Yeah. So we didn't really went in on some things here. We appreciate y'all for tuning in with us. Once again. Okay.
It's getting hot in here.
Yeah, it's getting hot, and this stage is actually doing a little bit too much.
It is. It's working.
It's working, but we gotta get some ventilation.
It's at work working.
Yeah, but yeah, just a reminder that once again we did open up some new tiers to try to bring some distinction between the memberships that are available via YouTube versus the memberships that are available via the website. Okay, and so with that being said, hopefully this information was helpful for you.
Yes.
As far as giving you different insights as far as to tapping into your intuition. Because one of the things that we definitely strive to do is to remind you of the powers that lie within you and provide you with the tools and the resources so that you can be sovereign in every sense of the word.
Right.
Okay? So through the videos and things that we share with you all, it is our intention to make it naturally and easily so that tapping into your power, tapping into your intuition becomes automatic.
Right.
Okay? Now, if you need a little bit of assistance, because we know that you're a smart cookie and you can figure this out for yourself, you got the same resources that we got.
Right.
But if you need just a little bit of help, a little bit of guidance, we can help you out and make it that much easier so that you can fulfill your destiny. Okay? So go over to the website, twinflamesunite.com, book a session with us, or become a Royal Twin Flame and get access to a buku of webinars, and also get insight into the webinars that we're doing for July.
Oh, it's litty. The webinars for July is litty. I like it.
Yeah, so we're going to be going in July. But hopefully we'll be taking our vacation soon, and we'll be in Florida, enjoying some nice sun and some beach and some sand. Yes.
And I'm just going to pull this card for the collective. Somebody in here needs to hear this, okay? Past life relationship. Past life relationship.
It's for somebody.
Who's holding on to a past life relationship? I know that it's easy to have a past life relationship with a twin flame. Super easy, like super duper easy. So past life relationship. It says here, you have known each other before. All right. So this, I put it up for the collective. Okay. So past life relationship. You have known each other before. I know we've known each other before. Woo, baby, you did it!
Oh, God.
I'm telling you, that's on point. That's on point right there. So just know that you've known each other before. This is not your first rodeo.
It's not your first rodeo.
All right. Follow your intuition, guys.
All right. Well, without further ado, y'all, that's pretty much it.
That's it. Go to the website, man.
Go to the website. Give us a thumbs up on the video if the information was helpful. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Thumbs up. Okay. And if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and subscribe.
Yes.
Join the memberships on the website. Join the memberships on the YouTube channel. We promise you the information is going to come automatically to you. You're just going to naturally start living in your power.
That's right. And walking in your purpose.
All right. So without further ado, we love y'all.
Yes. Love you guys.
Love you all. Peace out.
Free yourself.